Hello, once again, dear viewers, and welcome back to another Moonflower Tarot reading. And today we're going to be taking a look at this next cycle you're entering into, a new phase of your life, and what blessings are going to be coming in, any good news, any information regarding an end of an old cycle timeline and the beginning of something brand new. More specifically, I want to focus on good news and blessings. As this is a timeless and general reading, only take what resonates. If this has found you at the end of some sort of cycle, if you've completed something in your life, or if you've just gone through a lot of deep transformation, or if you just found yourself at a crossroads and are beginning something new, then this message is for you. And at the time of recording, this is a new moon cycle. So when we look at new moon to full moon cycles, that is an area of reintegration after going through a lot of release. When we look at the full to new moon, it is about releasing, it's about transforming energy or doing a lot of inner and shadow work. If you do work with moon phases or cycles, that's one way to do a lot of healing and alchemizing. But if you don't, regardless, this phase of your life is allowing newness, light to come in, or just something as simple as if you've had to let go of something recently or had to transform something else is coming in, and it's going to give you the sense of renewal and a chance to continue to change moving forward. So with that out of the way, I just want to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe. It does help this channel a lot, and I really enjoy being here. And right now, I want to say a lot of different signs and symbols came through as I was sitting down to meditate before this reading. So if any of these signs resonate with you, they mean anything, this message is definitely for you. I saw specifically a lilac bush. Right now, at time recording, there are a lot of new like flowers like that, at least in the area I live in. Those sorts of flowers might be significant or specific for you. Some of you might actually have either friends, family members, or ancestors, someone who's moved on who either like that sort of flower or the smell of that flower might rekindle certain memories. I also heard some of you might be channeling messages right now as well. If you're getting in tune with your psychic abilities, that is a process in itself. And that's something I've noticed more in my readings, that I'm kind of tuning into people who are either newly breaking through with their psychic gifts, or they have a different level of ascension, awakening they're acquiring with their psychic gifts. So that might be something that is happening right now, or this is all new to you and you're just observing this, wondering, what this is all about, which is very interesting. But I'm here for everyone, and I'm happy that you're at least here joining me, even if you're skeptical. Right now, I'm also seeing like the flower hibiscus. And let me see, because a lot of things were related to that flower. Hibiscus tea might be important, but hibiscus, as far as like Hawaii, maybe you're either going on a trip or vacation, or you've been thinking about Hawaii recently. There might be something that you're either planning or you're wanting to do and you hadn't been able to do it in the cycle before, but now you find yourself in a time where you have the money, the energy, and the wish to do it. In times of stagnation or times of lowness, sometimes we don't even find the will to want to do the things we wanted to do before. If you've been in a time of releasing, that might have been the case, but either that or possibly even going on vacation. I heard Sandals Resort. You might be trying to plan a getaway with family and friends. And for some of you, your most recent vacation was many years ago, maybe even before the 2020s. But also, if that's not the case, parties, gatherings might be more important. You might be celebrating more or attending a graduation within, or prom for some of you within the next 4 weeks. And for some of you, okay, this is very specific. For the next 4 years, this cycle is going to be ongoing, where you're going to see a lot of newness and blessings coming through based on the energy work you put in the cycle before, because God wanted to remind me that the universe works in balance and cycles, and he put it transactional nature of the universe, but it really is about karma. For as much work as you put in, for as much pain as you were in, you're going to be receiving equal like balance on the way out. So for as high as you went in a previous cycle, as low as you went in the cycle before, you're going to bounce back higher is what I'm trying to say. So also, if this resonates, I heard for a lot of you, you are dealing with people who are either mismanaging your situation, or you were trying to get help from people, and the people you were asking help with or receiving help from were not really good. So you've either cleared a lot of stagnant energy, or the stagnant energy you're moving on from is introducing a lot of new connections that are going to be exactly what you need to help you heal and move on. Because a lot of the inner work you might have had to do before was to let go of certain people pleasing desires or methods, or even like questioning your own motives, or even fear. There might have had something to do with you putting your feelings, emotions aside, and not being able to advocate or speak up for yourself. And that part of you is gone, which is basically going to reintroduce you to a side of you didn't know existed. It doesn't mean you won't still be asking for help. It means that when you ask for help, you're going to be receiving it from the ones who actually want to do the work to support you, also because you are setting those boundaries as well. So if any of you have been working on that, then that's good news. You're going to be making these new connections that are basically saving you in the long run, because we need a community to function as a society. If we're not working together, then it doesn't work for any of us. So also, if I receive any music, I will put it in the description below. If you use sound for healing, or if you use music as a method of transmutation, then that's usually what I have it there for. The song that came forward first was Hold Back the Rain by Duran Duran, and another Duran Duran song came in, Rio. The line Cherry Ice Cream Smile was sort of like mashed up with some of the lyrics from Hold Back the Rain. Yeah, so that might have some significance to you. You might like that band, or there might be something in that song. I have to listen to it again. I just sort of channeled it, but we'll see if that pops up during the reading. There's a time that you are going to, I'm hearing, consolidate your losses and finance. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit of not just financial stability, but like if you've had to lose connections with other people in the past, which was the main theme that came up in my previous weeks, or moon cycles reading, that there was a lot of deep transformation when it came to social circles and standing in your truth. And that's the main theme that's coming up. Advocacy for people in the community, or those who don't really have a choice. It feels like there's something very new and surprising coming forward your way, and it has to do with the work you've been doing, either with yourself, with your community. And there's this brand new opportunity to almost reclaim what you had lost, or what you missed out on earlier in life. If you had been going through a time of your life where you were struggling, either financially or emotionally, or even if I heard, fell victim to a family crisis, or if you had a family member who was in need and you kind of lost some time, whether it was because you chose to and you love them, or because you felt like you had no other option, which it could be either way, but either way it kind of hurts. I heard that you were like dirt poor for a while because you had to sustain some sort of life outside your own. And for some of you, it was just something as simple as being part of a job that was not really working for you. And some of you, it might have been just this grief of dealing with someone in your family that you dearly loved, but were struggling to move on from a release. So, what I'm seeing is that this is your overall energy right now. You have this stable foundation of inner worth, and that is going to translate to everything that's moving into your life. And like, there's a lot coming through. No is an answer. Not saying no is also an answer, and you have to decide what is right for you. So, some good news coming your way. Okay, so there's a few things coming through right now. Bear with me as I gather my thoughts. I'm having a little bit of trouble speaking today. You might notice that during this reading, but I'm okay. I have my moments, and I've said this before. So I just need a second because I also get like clairaudiently a lot of messages. So let's see. I'm hearing this next cycle is going to be a breeze for you. As awful as the previous one was, this one is going to feel like a walk in a park. I heard easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. Yeah, you're going into your it girl phase, and it doesn't matter what your gender is. You are going to be that queen. You're going to be standing up there on your throne as both the king and the queen of your life. You are moving on and stepping into something that's very beautiful and vibrant. And I also heard the phrase table flip. It's like the world is almost flipping upside down, but you had been like on the underside of the table for so much of your life. You were like the hangman. You were just sitting there in limbo, trying to do everything you could while you felt like your life was bound and tied by the whims of fate. And you are stepping into good karma because of what you did do in a previous cycle, the actions you did take, and you did it from a place of love. And you might have had ways out before where the universe sends you signs that what you were in wasn't good for you. You might have missed those, and you might have regretted missing those opportunities to move on and change from a situation you felt stuck in. But right now, what I have is very positive news for you. And there's a lot of celebrating up in the higher realms. Even if you're not going to any parties or graduations or celebrating a birth of some kind, some of you might even have friends or family who are pregnant and celebrating baby showers. If that's not the case, you're just celebrating a new lease on life. The table is being flipped, the tables are turned. Like the hourglass was running out on your time and energy on the people you had been wasting it on before. And I hate to say it, but sometimes our energy is wasted. And whenever I sit down and immediately feel depleted, I feel like I'm dealing with a collective that is either emotionally exhausted or just exhausted on a soul level. And you could have loved all the people you were with before. It doesn't have to be a negative thing. But what I am seeing for you, that these blessings that are coming in, that the universe is gracing you with, and I think that's possibly why I was giving a time frame of between now and 4 years, you're going to have a lot of this like come in gradually because of everything you've been through. This might have been a 4 or 5 year struggle. For some of you, it could have been 15 or 16 years you were struggling with this. But because you kept a positive attitude, because you kept going, because you were doing things not just for you, but for the ones who loved you. And now that you've decided to heed the universe's calling and choose you now, not just choosing others, but choosing you and balancing that out, that's what's causing this beautiful like cycle flip, this beautiful time in your life where you are coming into almost like a golden era. Maybe not completely, but it's about balance. So this will kind of only really be personal to your experience. So just imagine your lowest low, and now imagine your life taking you on a journey to as the highest high that you could imagine. That's exactly what this timeline shift is going to bring in. But I want to try to see if we can get any immediate blessings that are coming in, because this is very much like a general, like, vague sense of where you're starting from as far as energetically. But I'm getting a lot of good news based on what you put in to the work you've done, work, school, finances. If you've been trying to start up some sort of funding, yeah, because I just saw the PBS logo. Like, if you've been looking for public funding, like, um, crowdsourcing and that sort of thing to fund a project, or just I'm hearing do a makeover, maybe even do some sort of, what is it called, renovation to an establishment you already have. It feels like you're going to be getting more than the resources that you asked for, and I'm hearing more than you bargained for, more than you might have planned for. So if that's overwhelming, my piece of advice would be just to plan ahead, no matter what the outcome. And also, don't take life so seriously. I heard you might have a lot of angel spirit guides around you who are with you during this time because they want to help you. They're actually, I'm seeing a lot of them celebrating. They're around you and they're guiding you and guarding you during this time. But let's see what else. Yeah, it really is just something you had set in motion. Is Yeah, so this is going to be very specific. You will know what this is. Something you have been working for, planning for, something you've been anticipating. What is coming in next is your wishes are being fulfilled. Your wishes are being granted, asking you will receive. Yes, you do have to do the work to align with this manifestation. Yes, you do have to do the work even after the manifestation is received. And I'm hearing in the past, you might have been coveting what others had, but you won't anymore, because you're going to be receiving exactly what you need and what you wanted, to the point where this table flip moment might be like the opposite, where others in your life you once envied are going to envy you. And spirit, interestingly enough, spirit says not in a bad way. You might actually be surrounded by people who are kind of impressed by how life turned and are otherwise supportive of you. If you haven't let go of a lot of people who would be envious or jealous, I wouldn't worry about them. I wouldn't worry about, like, having to mask or hide a lot of what you are, going through and receiving right now. Like, if you get like a job promotion, or if you, like, get valedictorian and you graduate from college or high school and you get this big scholarship, like, don't worry about the people who would otherwise envy you, because the people who support you are a greater voice in your life. You're a greater risk of losing the ones who support you if you focus too much also on the ones who envy you. And don't rub it in anyone's face, because you're going to just or at least resist the urge to rub it in people's faces. If it's in good fun and people are kind of joking around, it's okay. But don't spend a lot of your time and energy being like, I told you so, to the ones who claimed you couldn't get this done. If you've been striving for this, some of you actually might have been trying to get into nursing school and you might be getting your license, but okay, this has come up before. So if some of you are in nursing school or you've been trying to change practices, you might actually either get a promotion, get placed in a job that you had wanted, or a clinic or a center where you were looking for, or you might be just placed in a clinic or a group of people that are better than what you might have anticipated or expected or hoped for. I'm hearing there's no easy way out, and you will have to continue to do the work even if you do get this very good, prestigious position. You still have to commit to it. But the good news is that the amount of work and effort that you put in going, getting the offer, getting the scholarship is going to pay off in such a way where you're going to feel relief. You're going to get the benefits you need to be the culmination of your hard work and efforts, because it is your efforts that kind of put you in this position, and this position needs you, whether it's as a doctor, whether it is a job position, or if you're just signing up for a different role in society, if you're a family member, if you're becoming a new parent, like, the universe is going to give this to you and offer its rewards because you did the hard work, and now you're just reaping the rewards of your labor. And yeah, for generations to come, like, if you continue to work on this, if you continue to do what needs to be done, you're going to be setting up the next generations ahead of you for success, whether that is in the family of your own, or even just releasing your family from generational cycles. If you become an auntie and you've done the hard work, you're going to be the best dang auntie and caregiver and example for your nieces and nephews, and regardless of gender. That might have been specific. Or if you're trying to get like a pet, you try to get a new home, you want to be a homeowner, it's like all the work that you had done before is going to give you the lessons you need moving forward. So this will be very specific for any of you, but I just want to tell you that whatever you've been asking for is going to come in, or at least the life lessons that lead you there are going to be showing up along the way. But all in all, everything you need will be presented to you. And let's see if we can get any other messages that want to come through. Yeah, because I was seeing celebrations, graduations, promotions, a lot of positive energy. There might be, yeah, so new relationships could be forming in, yeah. So getting a chance to move on from something and move towards something new is a theme. A possible new work opportunity actually might come up. Yeah, that was a big thing. This feels like a material world sort of gain that you're receiving. If you have been doing a lot of inner work, you're going to see that outside, and that has been a common theme. What I felt like for this collective, for the people who choose to do the inner work and move forward, the universe presents options. And of course, at the end of the day, you always have a choice. You can change the way you heal. You can change the way you feel. You can't force these things to happen, but just know that because you've set so much light in motion, because you've done so much hard work, allowing this to come in and come to fruition is what's giving you the keys to a new life. As some of you might even be moving to a new location soon. But also, I'm seeing someone a long-term vacation or long-term stay, because okay, the song Kokomo came on. I'll take you to Bermuda, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take a. Okay, so you might be going to the Florida Keys. Good luck with that, but I'm sorry. It's funny that the word key came up twice for two different things. Yeah, you might be getting a literal key to a staycation at a new location. Pardon me, I got the giggles. That kind of. I love it when I get messages like that. It just caught me off guard. This might be coming in by surprise for some of you. You might get a promotion and then get like an all expense paid trip to a place. Like if you're going into a new position or managerial, there might be bonuses where you get paid time off and paid vacations, or you know, yearly bonuses and stuff like that, profit sharing, that sort of thing. So you're going to have a lot more opportunities to plan ahead to do that kind of thing. You don't have to worry so much about, booking the flight and am I going to be able to afford stuff when I get there. There might be that sort of sense of newfound freedom. Yeah, because and then I heard that a lot of party songs coming through. So it feels like also you're just going to be celebrating with your family and friends. You might even be pampering your friends more. Because I heard "Do the Locomotion with Me," "Come On, Baby." Those are like cruise ship songs. I don't know. You might be going on a cruise as well, or a cruise to Alaska. Oh, geez, there's a lot. You might be gifted some of these things. So I'm getting a sense there's a surprise that comes along with this, but an indication that a lot of this is coming in is if that thing you asked for, it seems a little bit closer to you than like farther away. If it's like right in front of you, a lot of other things are coming with it. So definitely come back, drop in the comments below, let me know. Like, did you get a surprise? Did you get a gift? Did you get an all access pass to an Alaskan cruise line? Did you get to go somewhere? Like, I want to know because I like this is all really kind of exciting for me too. Let's see what other news. Let's see. Yeah, I think that is the main theme. You're going to be coming into a time of your life where you're celebrating more. You're taking more action towards what you want in life, what you love out of life. Giving, of course, filling the cup of others when your cup is filled first, but not needing anyone's approval for what you do or what you've done in the past. And if some of you are self employed, there might be something what do I how do I say this I'll say it, something new coming in as far as a financial gain. There might be new resources opening up if you are self-employed or have a small business. Maybe okay, so this is very specific. There might be grants from your government or from the state that might help you to keep yourself either self-employed or help hire employees. There might be certain benefits that are made available that you could take advantage of if that applies to you. But you are, in a sense, given some sort of opportunity towards stability. Some of you are starting a retail store, or I heard retail stability. Some of you might be doing a small business sort of retail venture, whether it's online like Etsy, or I'm actually seeing a physical shop that is starting up that you're selling some sort of like craft. You're making gifts on display, as well as supporting local artists. Ooh. Or opening a cafe, opening a tea shop, maybe a metaphysical herbal location, and you're trying to get people on board and you're taking some sort of financial risk, or you had been recently, and now something's coming through that's going to aid you. And this is a gift that is granted from the universe. Only those of you who kind of know what this is will get it. But what I'm saying is that the universe is going to come through to you and provide for you everything you need and desire, and it might actually come by surprise or through a messenger you don't even know. But I am seeing this almost like mailbox and a key, that there is some sort of message coming through that is going to give you that opportunity to bring forth whatever has been in your mind through into the physical world. And this is part of a bigger manifestation you might even be working on without even realizing it. So, whether you are graduating and going from school to work, or you're transitioning from one place in your life to another, you are welcoming this time of stability, this newness, a lot of celebration, a lot of good things to look forward to, falling in love with life. Even if it's not going out and exploring the world, you're staying home and just enjoying what you have. You feel like you can have vacation at home. You're at peace. You're on a holiday. You're enjoying what is right in front of you. So enjoy the time of your life, dear viewers, because this is very special and coming up. And I want to congratulate you for putting in the hard work and, committing to this journey. If it's been a long time coming, I just want to say yes, confirmation, the hard work that you've been putting in, the hard times, the suffering even, is coming to a close, or at least slowly over time, it will ease and get better. And you're going to see these results coming in very soon. So thank you once again for joining me. All my light and love to you, dear viewers. And I hope to see you again in another reading.